Good morning, children. Welcome back to English class. In our previous classes, we have finished a reading from 7th unit, that is My Childhood, right? In today's session, we will be starting our next reading, which is a poem, children, titled A Plea for India, right? So we don't know the other details, children. It was not mentioned. That means we don't have the details by whom it was written. Such poems are called as anonymous poems, and such poets are called as anonymous poets, children. Okay, generally some poets, they don't want to make their details like known to the others. Understood, children? So coming to the title, A Plea for India. Plea means request. Plea means request. So through this poem, the author, the poet, he is requesting the Indians. Right, previously we have seen one poem, right? Or Will the Dreamer Wake? There also we have seen that the poetess, she was asking us, she was requesting us, she was trying to awake us by mentioning the threat. So here also the poet, he was addressing some of the issues at presently that exist in our country. So he is explaining some things, what to do and what not to do, right? This unit itself, unity and diversity, right? So we have been talking about unity of Indians. So let us see in which way the poet is advising or suggesting or asking, okay, to maintain the unity among the Indians. Understood, children? So shall we start the poem? Everybody open your textbooks. Open page number 212. A plea for India. So plea means what, children? Request. An appeal. Okay. So what was the request by the poet? Let us see. First one. We Indians are proud to be a strong nation. Our roots, we declare, cannot be shaken. This one, right? As Indians, really, we are very proud of ourselves, right? Often, so many times, we use this. I'm proud to be an Indian. Yes, that is true. The poet is accepting that. We are proud to be a strong nation. Our country is definitely a strong nation. Coming to the roots. So here, roots means what? He is talking about our culture, tradition. That indicates our roots. Even we declare that. That means what? We announce that they cannot be shaken. That means what? Nobody can't do anything. Right? Those cannot be shaken. That much strong we are. Right? But is that true, children? Really? Are we a strong nation? Let us see. Then why these fights, which leaves us in poor plight? Okay, let us accept that. We are a very strong nation. Then why are we fighting among ourselves? That means what? Here the poet is talking about internal disputes, internal quarrels. Why are we fighting among ourselves, which are leaving us in a plight? Plight means difficult or sad situation. So if we fight, what will happen, children? Obviously, we will have a sad situation, right? So that's what he is saying. And why are we fighting among ourselves? So sometimes we can see so many internal disputes between the states, right? For any reason. Sometimes maybe for region, sometimes for water, or sometimes for any other thing. There are so many internal disputes that exist among the states. That's what he's asking. Why? Next, irrespective of our region, forget the cause which makes us lose our charm. See here, generally charm means, we know that, right? Beauty. Here, how can we take this word? We can take charm means dignity or self-respect. Dignity or self-respect. For example, children, if we see any person who always fights for anything, who always quarrels with others, then do we respect him or her? Do we have any respect for him or her? Obviously we don't respect him. Nobody want to talk with them, right? So in the same case, what is he saying? Irrespective of our region, forget the caste. So don't think about region. Don't say this is our state, that is your state. Don't come to our state, or this one belongs to our state. Don't say like that. Forget about the region. At the same time, even forget about the caste. So we have so many different castes in our country, right? So don't fight for that. Just forget your caste also. If you are going to think about your region and caste, that means what? That makes us to lose our charm. That makes to lose our dignity and self-respect. If we fight for all these silly reasons, we don't have any self-respect. Understood, children? So the poet is advising to not fight because of region or caste. Irrespective of region or caste, we need to be united. Then only we get our dignity and self-respect. And that makes our nation a very strong one. Then we can say truly our roots cannot be shaken by anyone. Understood, children? Yes. Coming to the next one. Let's ignore the selfish call of each region and listen for once to the call of the nation. Why do we spend our time bickering when so many tasks need finishing? Here the poet is asking to don't think about the each region. Just leave that selfish call. Don't be selfish. Don't think about just only your region. Try to think about the whole nation. Try to think about that. Try to listen that. What is a nation call? As an Indian, what we need to do for our country. Just don't think about only of your region. Think it is our country. All regions are ours only. Think in that way. Don't make it an independent. Right? Don't be selfish. Not only that, why are you spending your time bickering? So bicker means argue about things that are not important. Why are you wasting your time? Why are you spending all of your time in just arguing about unimportant things? Why? Whereas we have so many tasks to be finished. There are so many incomplete tasks. Think about that. Try to spend your time on that. See, children, you know that still our country is one of the developing countries. If it has to be changed into a developed nation, we have to work on that. We have to think about that. Like that, so many incomplete tasks are there. Focus on that. Try to finish that. Then why are we wasting our precious time on unimportant things? Understood, children? Next. Don't we have better things to do than indulge in creating problems anew? So, what do you think? Don't you think we have the better things to do? Yes, there are so many better things than this. Think about that. Then why are you indulging yourself in creating a problems anew? So here indulging means involve. Okay, trying to make fuss of creating new problems. Why are you creating new problems? Already there are some problems which are existing. So try to finish that. And there are so many important things which are better than this. Understood, children? Yes. So as a future citizens, you need to think about that. So obviously our future is in your hands. So it's up to you. How are you going to make our country in future? Okay. Next. Is all this violence needed? With the people being cheated? So every day, if you turn on your news channel or if you read your newspaper, definitely we can find so many incidents, right? Which involves violence. So are these necessary? Oh, we are all Indians. We are living in same country. Then why are we fighting? Is that necessary? That much violence is necessary? See here, children, generally this violence. How? So some people just to get their things to be done, they provoke the people to involve on these violence activities. So they are making the people innocent, they are using the innocent people. So here innocent people are being cheated. Understood, children? Here I am talking about politics I'm not talking any particular party. So sometimes some members, they are provoking the innocent people. They are making the people to involve in the violence. In that way, the innocent people, they are being cheated by these persons. So don't let them to do like that. Don't let that to be happened. Next, who will return this only son whom she loves a ton? Sometimes, because of these quarrels, because of these internal disputes, what is happening? Some innocent children, they are taking their lives, they are committing suicides. Not only that, sometimes they are being killed. So who can return those persons? Okay, so if a person, if a lovable son, if he is died, who can return him to his mother, who loves him a lot? A ton means here she loves her son a lot. Okay, so what is her mistake? Why is she losing her son? Like that. So we have seen so many, right? Even here at the time of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana bifurcation, we have seen so many people, they have lost their lives. So such cases, here it was mentioned about such cases. So why like that? Next, who will bring back his brother whose ashes he is still to gather? So here, who will bring back his brother? There is one boy who lost his brother. Who can bring him back his brother, who is still in a task of gathering ashes? So that boy, he is missing his brother. He was awaiting for his brother. So still, so he was died, his brother was died, and he was being burned in the burial ground. He was still collecting the ashes. Who can return him back? Who is responsible for that? Is that all necessary? That's what being asked by the poet. Right? Next. Where has all the love gone which resided in the heart of all? See, children, so it's true. We Indians really very kind-hearted persons. We love always. We have that hospitality. That's why so many people are coming to our country and they are settled here. So many people are like that. Okay, here I'm talking about international countries itself. Right, because we love the people. We don't have that much hatredness in our hearts. So that's what he's saying. Then why? Why are we forgetting all these things? Where all that love gone? And which is resided in heart of all. So which is there in our heart? What happened to us? Like that. Next. There is no reason to be proud and be on high cloud. So high cloud means, here the meaning is being extremely happy. So as in the beginning itself we discussed that we are very proud to be Indians. But he is saying that if this continues, if we are wasting our time like this, if we are fighting among ourselves, because of this so many innocent people, they are losing their lives, then we need not to be proud at all. There is no reason for that. And there is no reason to be feel extremely happy. Okay, next, we have to think seriously, else we end up miserably. So miserably means very badly. We need to think about this seriously. It's not a small one. We need to take up this very seriously. Otherwise, it leads to a very bad situation. Okay, we need to be like become very sad in future. Next, then let our minds throw out the rot and devote our time to pious thoughts. Then, whatever the rot, that means what bad thoughts, whatever bad thoughts are there in our mind, so let's try to throw it out from our mind. Whatever the bad thoughts are there in our mind, try to throw it out. And after that, what do we need to do? We need to concentrate or we need to spend our time on pious thoughts. So pious means showing a deep respect for God and religion. So become holy, becoming good. So if you think good, obviously everything is going to be good. Right. Let us control the riots which leave us with no choice but to hang our heads in shame and say we have miserably failed. So we need to control all these riots. Otherwise, what will happen? Otherwise, we don't have any choice to be stop this later. If we don't stop this now, in the future, we are not going to get any choice to stop this. That makes us to feel shame. Then we have to hang our heads with shame. We can't hold our head high. And we say we have miserably failed. Later, what we need to say? We need to say that we have miserably, that means very badly failed in stopping these. See children, there is a proverb, right? In Telugu, we know that, I think. So anything at the starting itself, we need to cut it down. Otherwise, we can't do it later. So that's what. Next, we have the power to win. So why not end this din? So din means unpleasant noise that lasts for a long time. So we have the power to win. Then why can't we end this? All this din, all this waste, all these unnecessary things, why can't we end up? Next, let us unite and fight against those who incite. So incite means encourage somebody to be violent by making angry. So first we need to be united and then fight against the people who are trying to create all these violence, who are encouraging others to indulge in violence. We need to fight against with them. For that first we need to be united. Next, let us not to be misled by those who want to see us dead. So we should not be misguided by anyone. We should not be misled by anyone. Okay, for their selfishness, they are trying to provoke us. They are making us to involve in such activities which includes the violence. But we should not listen to them, and they are actually not helping us. They wanted us to see dead. So we should not be misled by those people. Next, we are a strong nation and all we need is a bit of dedication. Yes, definitely our country is very strong. It's a very strong nation. But what we need, just we need a little bit of dedication. So dedication means commitment. We should make our country always strong. If we have that commitment, definitely we can make it as a very strong nation. So the overall theme of this poem is, you know the famous proverb in English, right? Unity is strength. If we are united, nothing can be happen to us. So in your childhood, you might have heard about so many moral stories, right? Right, about unity. Even cows also can fight against the lion if united. So that is the power of unity. So we always know that, yes, Indians are very strong person. At the same time, yes, our country is a very strong one. We always try to be united, right? So that's what the request by the poet, and it's all about the poem, A Plea for India. Okay, children, I hope you understood this poem. So today's homework is write glossary and summary of this poem in your classwork. Okay, thank you.